أعوذ بالله السميع العليم من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم، والحمد لله رب العالمين، وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم وفقنا وسائر المشتغلين للعلم والعمل الصالح بحق محمد وآل محمد. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم والعن عدوهم. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and his progeny said, if it were not for the fact that it would inconvenience to my community, I would have commanded them to brush their teeth before every prayer. قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وآله لولا أن أشق على أمتي لأمرتهم بالسواك مع كل صلاة. لولا أن أشق على أمتي لأمرتهم بالسواك مع كل صلاة. I read in some of hadith Ahl al-Bayt, for the brush or for siwak there are 12 benefits. 12 benefits for siwak. One of them to strong your memory, the other to whiten your teeth, the other to remove the bad smell from your mouth, and there are many. This is the benefit of the siwak. For that it is from sunnah, after the prayer you have your siwak and you start to brush your teeth. With Islamic laws, we reach to issue number 478. If a woman is tahir from hayd, when the time for prayer is nearing its end. Now, she becomes tahir, but the time in her lapse isn't finished yet. And has at her disposal time which suffice for ghusl and performing one rak'ah or more. As you know, if somebody has one rak'ah in time and the rest out of the time, his salah is ada, not qada. This lady, she has a time. Yes, it is a little time, but she can perform her ghusl from hayd and to perform what? Her salah, but she has only one rak'ah in the time and the rest of the rak'ahs will be out of the time. Okay? She should offer the prayer and look, she should. This is a verdict. Look, my daughters. She should. This is a verdict. She should. Okay. If she didn't or if she doesn't do that, she should offer the prayer, and if she fails to do so, what does it mean? She doesn't perform her ghusl and her salah in time, she should offer its qada. She should offer its qada. Don't say that it is at the end of the time and I didn't have time. No, you have the time. If you take it seriously and you work it seriously, you will manage by performing your ghusl and performing your salah, at least one rak'ah of your salah. You can manage, but you were careless or you were busy with something else. You do not give priority to your salah. So if you don't perform your salah in this time, okay, so you should give qada for this salah. You should give qada for this salah. Do not say, I was ha'id. No, you weren't ha'id at that time, because you have time and you became tahir at this time. And in this time which you have what? You have time to perform ghusl and to perform at least one rak'ah of your salah. Is this understood, inshallah? as an obligatory precaution with the shortage time for tayammum only or not obtaining all prayer condition, she should pray and give qada if she hasn't prayed till the prayer times end. Look, now, the other thing, Sistani, may Allah give him his prolonged life, he said, if she cannot perform ghusl, because she doesn't have time. If you remember the issues of tayammum, have we taken the issues of tayammum? One of the excuses, one of the reasons, one of the things which give you permissible to make tayammum is what? Is the shortage of time. If you perform ghusl, your salah will be what? Will be qada. If you perform ablution, your salah will be what? Will be out of time. It will be qada, not ada. So what we tell you, we tell you have a permission to perform tayammum and to perform your salah in time. I think you have a mic, please. Have the mic, please. Give her the mic, please. Yes. Yes, please. No, my daughter, what we are talking is about the topic of this issue. The topic of this issue is about the time. She is in shortage time. Okay, she is in shortage of time. This is what we are talking about. Yes. Huh? Performs tayammum? Yes. After that, yes, she has to do ghusl. Because why? Because she does the tayammum because of the shortage of the time, not because there is, alaykum salam, not because there isn't any water. She has water, but she doesn't have what? She doesn't have time. And we gave her permission to perform tayammum in order to perform her salah as ada. But for the next salah, she has to perform her ghusl. Have you got that? Good. Issue number 479. If a ha'id finds that she does not have sufficient time for ghusl, there is no enough time for what? For ghusl. She becomes tahir. By the way, this ha'id, she becomes tahir and she doesn't have time for what? For ghusl. But she can offer a prayer within the prescribed time after performing tayammum. This is what we just explained. The obligatory precaution is that she should offer that prayer in time with what? With tayammum. And even if she did not offer that prayer, it will be obligatory for her to offer its qada. She has to offer its qada. Is this understood, inshallah? Huh? Okay, please. Now, this woman, she doesn't have much time for what? She's ha'id. She becomes tahir. She wants to perform her salah. But what she said, if I perform my ghusl and then start my salah will be what? Will be out of time, will be qada. So we gave her permission to perform what? Instead of ghusl, what? Tayammum. And to perform her salah with tayammum. If she doesn't do that, if she doesn't perform tayammum and she doesn't pray in that time, what she has to do? She has to do qada. Why she has to do qada? Because She has enough time to pray with tayammum, but she doesn't. Even for one rak'ah? Yes, even for one rak'ah. What Sayyid wants to draw your attention to is that even if you have a short time for only to perform only one rak'ah in time, you have to perform it. Otherwise, you have to give qada, not to forget about it, to say, yes, I was have and I didn't have time at that time. No, you were having time. You were have time. We said tayammum. Tayammum for this salah, but for the next salah, you have to perform ghusl. Okay. Again, if tayammum is incumbent upon her due to other reasons, like what? Like if water is harmful for her. She has water, but she said, there is no power. If I take a bath now, I'll become sick. Okay? She should perform tayammum and offer that prayer. She should. Just like these days, in the morning, there is no power, and she becomes tahir, okay, before Fajr, and there is no power to come. She doesn't have any means to heat her water for her bath. What she has to do? She has to perform what? Tayammum, and to perform her salah with tayammum. If she doesn't, she has to give qada for this salah. And if she does not offer it, she will have to give its qada. Any question? Okay. Let's go to another issue, that issue number 480. If after becoming tahir from hayd, a woman doubts whether or not she has time left for the prayer. Now, we are not talking about the actual thing that I know there is time or there isn't any time. No, here we are talking about I'm doubting. Maybe I have time if I perform my ghusl and perform my salah, or maybe I don't. I'm doubting. Okay? She should offer the prayer. She should offer the prayer. What does that mean? She should act that she has to perform her salah as what? As ada, not qada. As ada, not qada. If after becoming tahir from hayd, a woman doubts whether or not she has time left for the prayer, she should offer the prayer. Yes. Yes, use the mic, please.
I mean, with the tayammum or do
yes,
and then?
Yes, because she is doubting. She is doubting. Why with tayammum? No, not
she
with.
She doubts if she has time or not.
She doubts. She doubts. So she has to work with what? With performing ablution, ghusl, and yes, ghusl.
Yeah, thank you.
Excuse me. We talked before that he had to check it out.
No, she is doubting.
When
now
he doubted, we take that before. When he doubted, he had to check it out.
Okay, now she cannot check out. She can definitely it is her obligatory duty to check about the time. Now she doesn't have from where she can check. Okay, but she is doubting whether she has time or not. In this case, she has to act according that she has a time to have ghusl and to pray. Issue number 481. If after becoming tahir from hayd, a woman does not offer prayer under the impression that she does not have time to make necessary preparations for prayer, just like to find the direction of Qibla, to find a clean clothes and so on. to offer even one rak'ah, but understands later that she did have time for the purpose, she should offer qada. This lady, she said, okay, now I have only, for example, 1 minute. Now I became tahir. I became tahir in time, but I have, for example, 1 minute. I cannot even perform tayammum. I cannot even reach to 1 rak'ah. Okay? So I'm not going to pray. I'm not going to pray. But later on, her husband told her, why you didn't pray? She said, I do not have to. He said, no, you were having for 15 minutes at least. 15 minutes. Why you didn't pray? So in this case, or 5 minutes, let's say. 5 minutes, it's enough for tayammum and 1 rak'ah. Okay? But she didn't pray. Now what she has to do? She has to perform qada. She has to perform qada. Is this understood? Are you sure? Okay. Issue number 482. It is mustahab for a ha'id that when it is time for salah, she makes herself tahir by washing away blood and changing the pad. Then she should make wudu or tayammum, whichever is applicable, and sit at the place meant for prayer facing Qibla and busy herself in recital, supplication and salutations, salawat. So, what are the recommended acts for the ha'id woman? Definitely, she can't pray. But what she has to do? She has to wash herself. She has to have a new pad or a clean pad and to sit on her musalla facing Qibla and to be busy with what? With tasbih, with takbir, with tahleel, with salutation, salawat. Huh? We said, I think we are going to mention how many verses she can recite. Yes, to recite not the whole page or something like, just a few numbers. Yes. Verses of the Quran. Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah. Because it will be separated. Recite 7 and 7 recite and then salawat and the other 7. That doesn't mean that you are going to recite continuously. Good. It's a clever way. Issue number 483. 483. It is makruh for a ha'id to read the Holy Quran or keep it with herself. Ha'id, she cannot carry Quran with herself. Okay? Maybe in her bag, it's okay. But in her bucket, no. Okay? It is makruh, not haram. It is makruh. Because maybe you didn't mean it, but you touch the script of the Quran, the script of the verses, and it is haram to touch the script without tahara. You understand this? Okay. So, it is makruh for a ha'id to read the Holy Quran or keep it with herself or touch with any part of her body the space between its line. Even the space between the line of the verses, it is also makruh. You know, there is a space between the lines of the Quran. Even this space which does not have a word from Quran, it is makruh for a ha'id to what? To touch it. It is also makruh for her to dye her hair with henna. Makruh to dye her hair with henna. You know what's the meaning of dye? Yes. Or any other thing like it. Or any other thing like it. It is makruh. Yes, like. صبغ شعري. صبغ شعري. It is makruh. It is makruh. Let's see if we have time. Yes. Types of women related to the hayd menstruation. Issue number 484. There are 6 types. There are 6 types of women in menstruation. Number 1, women having the habit of time and duration. Of time and duration. What does that mean? She sees the blood each month or for two continuing or consecutive months from the 1st to the 7th. For example, August and September. In August, she sees the blood of hayd from 1st to the 7th at the beginning of August. And in September, she also sees the blood from the 1st to 7th. This lady of a habit which are fixed of time and duration. Time, it starts the same from the 1st, and duration of 7 days. Say that again. Same number of days, same beginning. Okay? So, women having the habit of time and duration, a woman who sees the blood in each of the 2 consecutive months at a particular time and for a fixed number. A particular time, in our example, the 1st of the month, and for a fixed number, in our example, 7 days. For example, in each month, blood may be seen for the 1st up to the 7th of the month. Number 2, women having the habit of time only. What does that mean? She sees the blood each month, I mean from the 2 consecutive months, from 15 to 22. Sorry, not to 22. Sorry, from 15 only. From 15. The beginning is of 15. The first month from 15 to 22. The second month from 15 to 21. So they are equal with the beginning of discharging the blood, but they are not equal with the number of the days. So she is a woman of a habit of what? Of time only. Of time only, not time and duration. Time only. These are very important definitions. A woman who sees blood in each of the 2 consecutive months at a particular time, but the number of days varies. For example, in 2 consecutive months, her blood starts coming on the 1st of the month, but she becomes tahir on the 7th. This is the first month. 7th day in the first month, and on the 8th day in the second month, while in the second month also started at the 1st of the month, but it ends at the 8th of the month, not at the 7th, just like the previous month. So this woman which has the habit of time only. Number 3, A woman having a habit of duration. What does that mean, of duration? Only the number of days are equal, while the commencement of the blood are what? Are different. For example, in the first month, she sees the blood from 20 to 28. From 20 to 28. While in the second month, she sees the blood on 21st to 29. So she has 8 days, but the commencement of discharging are what? Are different. A woman having the habit of duration, a woman who sees the blood in each of the 2 consecutive months for a particular number of days, but the time of commencement is not the same. For example, in the first month, the blood is seen from the 5th. Why they use the passive voice here? Is seen. Passive. Why it is passive? Because we do not know the object or the doer, or it is not important. Okay. In the first month, the blood is seen from the 5th to the 10th of the month, and in the second month from the 12th. Look, the first one from the 5th to the 10th. Now, the second month from the 12th to the 17th. 5 days, 5 days. But the beginning is what? Is different. Of that month. Is this understood? Okay. Number 4, we came to مضطربة. Who is مضطربة? A woman who has seen blood for a few months, but who has not formed a habit, or whose former habit has been disturbed and has not formed a new one. This مضطربة, she doesn't have a habit. She doesn't have a habit, neither of time nor of duration. Or she used to have a habit of time or duration, but disturbed. It means it changed. It changed. Okay? We call her what? We call her مضطربة. 5, مبتدئة. A woman who sees the blood for the first time. A woman who sees the blood for the first time. Put in your mind that مبتدئة is different from adult. المبتدئ غير البالغ. البلوغ غير. For a girl to be mature who has 9 lunar years, maybe she completed 9 lunar years, but she sees the blood after 3 years, 4 years maybe, 2 years, 1 year. So these are different. Put it in your mind. This is مبتدئة, a woman who sees the blood for the first month, for first time. ناسية, a woman who has forgotten her habit. She used to have a habit, but she forgot about it for illness, for disease, for anything. والحمد لله رب العالمين وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطيبين الطاهرين. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم ولا